Garza's parents, can we see you down here in the front on this side of the stage? Becca Garza's parents, we need to see you down on this side of the stage, please. Thank you. Welcome to Lakeview High School 2012 graduation. Cortland, would you like to come up?
Will you please join us for the posting of the colors followed by the pledge? And stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join me in prayer. Dear God, we thank you and honor you for gathering us here today to celebrate the accomplishments of this year's graduating class. We, the graduates, also thank you for the memories we have shared and the gifts of love, laughter, and friendship you have blessed us with. We pray that as we begin our new roles in the world, we cherish all the things we have learned, and that we remember those who have journeyed with us, our classmates, teachers, coaches, family, and friends. Lord, grant us faith and courage and put purpose in our lives, and show us how to serve you in effective ways, so that our education, our knowledge, and our skills may find their true fulfillment, and help us be aware in everything we do that knowledge comes from learning and wisdom comes from you. Amen.
Okay, please at this time be seated. We're going to have Josh Kading come forward to do the welcome.
Honored guests, family members, friends, faculty, staff, administration, and fellow graduates. As the Vice President of our class, I am honored to welcome you to our 2012 graduation ceremony. On behalf of our seniors, I would like to thank everyone who has encouraged and supported us for all of our lives as we made our ways towards this evening. I believe I speak for all of us when I say that I imagine there were many times through the years when we may have seemed disconnected from our daily lives as we concentrated on our studies and on our busy social lives. Thank you for understanding our journeys. We would like to thank the members of the Lakeview High School faculty who had worked with us, refusing to allow us to be anything less than they knew we could be. Thank you for not giving up on us and for pushing us. Many times you reminded us that man's reach must be exceeded his grasp, else what's a heaven for? You made us reach beyond our grasp, and that is what brought us here today. Thank you all for choosing to share this important evening with us. Later, as we leave the Janelle Center, we will carry with us a light of knowledge and a light of ethical grounding that no darkness can overcome. Thank you.
It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our special guest on stage. We have our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Carol Ann Bonds, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resource and Professional Development, Dr. Carl Dethloff, Assistant Superintendent of Business and Support Services, Jeff Bright, Assistant Superintendent of Educational Support Services, Shelley Houlihan. Our school board members, we have Board of Education President Lanny Lehman, Board of Education Vice President Max Parker, Board of Education Treasurer Tim Archer, Board of Education Secretary, Gerard Gallegos. Sorry. Board of Education Trustees, Bill Dindal and Art Hernandez. And at this time, I would like to welcome Monty Althouse, which will be the new principal at Lakeview High School beginning in August. This is a very special graduation. I do not know how many of you know, but this is our 100 years to be known as Lakeview. And so I have some special times and memories that we want to share with you and go over to remind you the importance of what Lakeview stands for. In our school song, it talks about the wake up of the echoes. Cheer, cheer for old Lakeview High, wake up the echoes. These words from our school song, they challenge us to wake up the past and what is a glorious past it has been. This year, we celebrate 100 years of Lakeview echoes. All of the words that best describe our school are the echoes of our past and the promises of our future. Loyalty, we do indeed bleed blue. Time and time again, we have come together to help one another. Once a chief, you're always a chief. Once a maiden, you're always a maiden. It's not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. Lakeview stands for community. We know the secret. Lakeview is just not a high school. Lakeview is a city within a city. We are a community deeply involved with each other and determined to retain our identity. We have spirit. Twice now, we have come together to celebrate our storied athletes in our Lakeview Athletic Hall of Fame. These reunions echo the winning tradition that have become synonymous with our school's history. Tradition. Coach Sterling Gilbert once reminded all of us, no matter where we go, no matter what we do, there is one thing we will never forget, how to put up our Lakeview. Everybody, let me see your Lakeview. Through countless pep rallies for 100 years, we have stood together and put up our Lakeviews as the Chieftain Band proudly plays our school song. Now that's called tradition. Family. Countless generations of families have attended Lakeview. Great-grandparents, grandparents, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, and cousins, all Lakeview graduates, sit together this evening and yet watch another generation of students make the familiar walk to pick up their diploma. They smile at teachers who have been with them through the years and have become a part of their extended families. Family is the strength of Lakeview. Loyalty, community, spirit, tradition, family. Listen carefully. Do you hear those echoes? It all began September the 1st, 1911. We were a common school district, officially opened the doors for the first time as Lakeview High School at 41st and Bowie. There was one principal and one teacher at that time. In 1923, an 8-room brick building was constructed and an auditorium was added to Lakeview High School. 5 years later, in 1928, a new Lakeview High School was built. At this time, we were known as the Indians, but we chose that we wanted to be the Chiefs. So in the 30s, we adopted the mascot, the Chiefs, and later the Maidens came right along with the Chiefs. In 1934, Lakeview's district size was double the attendance area of the city of San Angelo. The little school on the north side, it was growing leaps and bounds. The first powwow campus newspaper was published in 1938, and in 1939, the lead story was the addition of the new gym and the connecting building, and in 1946, 1 year after the end of World War II, the newest portion of the high school was added. Then, disaster would strike early in the afternoon on May 11th, 1953, as a tornado ripped through the heart of the Lakeview community, destroying many homes and taking 13 lives. Our old brick building stood strong and stood the test as everyone made it safely to the downstairs hall where they huddled as the wind swept away the roof. The community pulled together, and the 53 and the 54 school year started right on schedule. It would not be the last time disaster would visit our community. In 1969, a new blue ceramic brick Lakeview High School was added to the skyline of the community of 43rd and Crockett Street. Costing $1.2 million, the school was built. Lakeview joined the San Angelo Independent School District. In 1996, a bond election brought the promise of a greatly improved school, one that also included an auditorium. Ancient philosophers noted that the world was made round so that we could not see what was to come. On Sunday evening, May 17, 1998, a fire raged through the halls of Lakeview. All night, firefighters fought to save the building as members of the community gathered to watch the flames destroy the school. By Monday morning, the community stood strong together once again to request that the school be rebuilt in Lakeview on the footprints of the old school. For 2.5 years, they went to school in a motley collection of 43 portables and a circus tent that was quickly named Old Fort Lakeview. In the spring of 2001, students, teachers, administrators, and community members joined to move into this new building. A journalism student, Star Scott, noted in the yearbook the following spring, "Fire can destroy a building, but it cannot destroy the spirit of a community." May of 2012, we have settled into our Lakeview High School, and we are eagerly waiting for another bond that has added a new pod to our campus, complete with new state-of-the-art science labs that will be started to be built this summer. 100 years. What a wonderful journey it has been from the small school on 41st Street. Former student and published historian Dwayne Helwig captures the spirit of the Lakeview story. Although once its own independent school district, it is now a part of the San Angelo Independent School District. However, the Lakeview community and family in North Angelo can be proud of its originating heritage and should celebrate the school naming in this centennial year. All of us are a part of the history of the school, first officially named Lakeview on September the 1st, 1911. Happy Centennial Year, Lakeview. At this time, we would like for anyone in the audience that has attended Lakeview and graduated from Lakeview or attended, please stand at this time. If you are graduating from Lakeview at this time, would you please stand? Keep standing. You may be seated. At this time, we want to say thank you for the community that was built by loyalty, spirit, tradition, and family. We're going to cheer for Old Lakeview High, and we do not want to forget our people in the community that help us. If you live in the community of Lakeview, or you are a teacher at our school that helps support us, would you please stand at this time? If you live in the community or you're one of our teachers, please stand. Thank you. At this time, will all the senior choir members please join the choir up front so that we can start our program to get our seniors graduated. The song they're going to be singing is "Until We Meet Again."
out to meet you, and may the wind be always at your back, and may the sunshine roll upon your face, and may the road rise up to meet you, and may the wind be always at your back, and may the rain fall softly upon your face until we meet again.
May love and laughter light your days and warm your heart and home.
May good and faithful friends be yours wherever you may roam.
May peace and plenty bless your world with joy that long endures.
May all life's passing seasons bring the best to you and yours. And may the road rise up to meet you, and may the wind be always at your back, and may the sunshine roll upon your face, and may the road rise up to meet you, and may the wind be always at your back, and may the rain fall softly upon your face until we meet again.
Storm a rainbow, for every tear a smile,
For every dawn a promise, a blessing for each one. And may the road rise up to meet you, and may the wind be always at your back, and may the sunshine roll upon your face, and may the road rise up to meet you, and may the wind be always at your back, and may the rain fall softly upon your face until we meet again.
and God will do in the palm of His hand.
Until we meet again.
Thank you, Lakeview Varsity Choir. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure for me to ask the highest ranked and top SAT graduate, Mr. Duncan Fisher II, to come forward to deliver his address.
Lakeview class of 2012, I would like to start my speech off with the ancient story of Prometheus. In this legend, the gods ruled over men, while men cowered in fear from the darkness. But Prometheus defied the gods to bring humanity fire and civilization so that man could prosper and thrive. He did not keep this knowledge of fire only for the gods, so that they may rule over man, but instead gave it freely so that humanity could live happily. The reason I am telling you this story is not because we should worship Greek gods, but instead we should see the symbolism. Just as Prometheus passed down fire to mankind, so our teachers have passed down their own fire, their knowledge, their beliefs, and values to us. This fire that we all share represents many of the best attributes of humanity and Lakeview, including knowledge, passion, and hope that we must all carry into the future. As high school graduates, we have all been given the fire of education by our teachers. Through their instruction, knowledge, and reason that our teachers have given us, we will have a better future than they had. But as the myth of Prometheus has taught us, knowledge and education are not just for the gods. Those who have the spark of education and learning should not use it to hurt or exclude others, but rather to help them. Education should not be an exclusive tool designed only to be used by those who possess it, but should be an inclusive tool designed to be used by anyone who desires it and works for it. To lord your intelligence and knowledge over another person is blatant hypocrisy. We wouldn't have learned anything from our teachers if they had made fun of our ignorance instead of instructing us. Similarly, we should use our knowledge, whatever it may be, to help those who need it. Just like our own teachers in high school, we must try to teach and assist those around us to the best of our abilities. We must go out into the world and share the fire of education that we have been given. Then through our education, we should learn to be passionate about ourselves and our world. We should aspire to be like the teachers who do care and try to make a difference with everything that they do. We should try to go out into the world and make some controversy and commotion to expose the wrongness, evil, and corruption around us. And then if we care enough, we can solve these issues and leave a better world for our own children. The most famous leaders and innovators in society defy the majority to stand up for what's right, such as Martin Luther King. Back in 1960, racists were a majority in society, and Martin Luther King thought that America should be a better place. He poured everything he had into owning and creating, managing, and perpetuating the civil rights movement until there were so many voices following him that they could no longer be ignored. His movement turned racism from a socially acceptable belief into a crime, which was a drastic change for only a few years. And like Martin Luther King, we must be passionate about ensuring a better future for everyone and subverting the cynicism and evils in our world. We should hope to improve society, ourselves, and our country instead of leaving it in worse shape to our own children and descendants. We must share the bright fire of our passion for goodness and hope to change the future. And finally, we must be hopeful about our future. The future may seem uncertain, and it's easy to become discouraged. But no matter what the challenge or problem is, no matter the difficulty, we can face the future. Our parents have faced recession, wars, and adversity in their own lifetimes, just as we must face them now. The future is not bleak despite all these things. We can look forward to starting our careers, going to college, getting married, buying houses, and having children. These up-and-coming years will be the best years of our lives, and we should not squander them or leave them up to chance or indecision. We must decide what we want for ourselves and from the future and go find it. We will have to be passionate about our careers and lives, educated about the decisions we make, and hopeful about each of our own paths in life. Lakeview class of 2012, we must go out into the world and share our brightly burning fire for all to see. Here.
Thank you, Duncan. I want to present with you the first ranked and top SAT graduate plaque.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure for me to ask the class salutatorian, Ms. Treasure Enzeminger, to come forward to deliver her address to the public.
Okay. Thank you, Duncan, for getting my stool out for me so y'all can see me. What's up, seniors? Okay, we're graduating. Okay, guys, sorry if I'm really loud. I want to start off with my thank you, so if y'all can just hold off for just a little bit, I have something special for y'all. The faculty and the teachers at Lakeview, y'all are amazing. I know that we are a difficult class to deal with, but y'all did it and y'all got us here, and I just want to say thank you for that. Miss Free, I will greatly miss you. You've helped me so much this year. Mr. Norman, I know he's not here, but he's an incredible teacher and so unique and genuine and just amazing. And Miss Smith, wherever you are, thank you so much for for everything you've done. I've really enjoyed your class, and you've really opened my eyes to this world and everything in it and different points of views, and I thank you for that. My family, oh my goodness, y'all are crazy. Y'all are so crazy. But I love y'all so much, and I would not trade any of you for the world. Maybe my brothers, I might trade y'all some days, just some days. But I love y'all. My papa, my woo-woo, Mimi, Opa, Coco, Jessie Baby, and my dad that's here tonight. I love y'all so much, and I know I would not be standing here today if it wasn't for you and being so supportive and so grateful for y'all. And my Gramps, he has always helped me and just been there to lend a hand with whatever I need and just ask and ask and ask and just be great to me, and I thank him too. Sorry, I'm nervous, I'm talking really fast. My mom, oh my goodness, my mom. Yes, if my mom has helped you at any time in a class, a tax test, a credit recovery, just anything to get you here tonight, would you please stand, seniors? That's amazing, Mom. That's truly amazing. I love you, even though we fight. You've been my motivation, you've been my push, and I truly thank you for that. I've saved my greatest thank you for last to my nanny. My nanny is too good for words. There's no words in this universe that can describe how truly amazing and how truly blessed I am to have her in my life. I go to her for everything. I can just talk and be myself and honest with her, and you can't always find that, and I'm very grateful for her. Sorry, I keep saying a lot. I'm just so ditzy. Nanny, you, over the years, you have not only been the greatest grandma ever, great grandma ever, but you've also been my best friend, and I am not gonna cry because I'm a big girl, but I just wanted to know, I want you to know how truly blessed I am to have you, and I love you. Okay, and another thing, I am honestly so honored and privileged to be up here with Nick and Duncan. They are amazing. And you know, okay, I won't lie to you, I wasn't too sure about them at first. I mean, Duncan was from Central, guys. Like, I don't know. But I'm so glad he came. It's been really nice to get to know him and become his friend. And Nick was a little scary to me at first, okay? He's kind of a giant compared to me, especially. But they are truly amazing and bright young men, and I'm so happy that I can call them my friends. Okay, seniors. I had no idea what I was going to tell y'all. I really didn't. Last night, I was just kind of going back through it in my head, and this like inspirational speech and all this, and I decided I just wasn't going to do it because it was just blah, 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 and I didn't want y'all to fall asleep. So I'm going to tell y'all about my dream last night. And let me warn you, a lot of my dreams are musicals. I'm a Glee fan. What can I say? I was sitting there in my bed, listening to music, putting on shuffle, you know, and kind of just dozing off, and it kind of started off into just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the morning ride down to Lakeview High. Students in their classrooms, the smell of glue and old cafeteria food. For a while we shared our lives and went on and on and on and on. We were strangers walking up and down the hallways, our shadows searching. I know I have a great voice, by the way. Searching just to find our place. Amazing people living just for the moment. True friendships growing in sight. And now we're working hard to cross this stage, the beginning of a new age, giving anything to remain the same, just that one last time. In our lives, some of you will win and some of you will lose. Some of you were born to shine my shoes, but our journey will never end. It'll go on and on and on and on. Don't stop believing. I know I'm a little crazy, but good thing I am going to major in biology and not singing or anything like that, right? Okay, what I want y'all to take from this is it's okay to be goofy, take chances. Remember that it's just fine, just being yourself, being a little spontaneous and all that kind of stuff, you know? Live life with no regrets, guys. Live life with no regrets. Oh, sorry. I'm not quite done yet, Miss Free. Let me have my 5 minutes. Remember to follow your heart and not your mind. And most importantly, don't stop believing in yourself, God, and your dreams. And I wish you all the best and hope that you find happiness in this world. Sorry, my lips are like sticking to my teeth. I have one more thing while I'm up here that I want to do while I'm in front of this huge crowd. And don't tell me, don't ask why later, why I did it or anything, because I really don't know. I guess I'm just crazy. Okay, but my last thing is, okay, I'll just do it. I know, shocking, right? I like Nick, right? Okay. Okay. What I want y'all to take from this is when we walk out these doors and leave here tonight, I want your life to be just like my speech, a little fun and crazy and spontaneous and risky, and that is all. I love you. Thank you, and God bless.
Okay, Treasure, you got to come back, but no tap dancing. I know. I'm going to give you the Salutatorian Award plaque. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys, at the mics. We might have to fix them after she got through up here. At this time, I'm honored to ask the class valedictorian to come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nick DeHoyas.
Thank you, thank you. Now, I don't know how to follow that up, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so after researching it a lot, I found that, your normal everyday valedictory speech needs to serve two purposes. One is to send off the class that you're addressing, and two is to inspire them to better their lives after high school. Well, I'm anything but normal, so my plan is to stuff one more goal in there. One more, just for all of you. So that's 3 for the price of 2. And that goal is to let each and every one of you know how proud of yourselves you should be. Now, I know that sounds a little bit cliche. I know you've heard it before. People have been telling you this all the time, but After what we've done for 12 years, I think we've deserved some cliche. So, anyways, to the first purpose of my speech. And sending you all off is going to take a little bit of work because I've never exactly sent anyone off before. But here it goes. To start off, I want each and every one of you to know that college is not going to be some walk in the park. It'll take hard work and determination. And the amount of work you put into your college education is a pretty good indicator of what you're going to get out of it. That'll probably include staying up later than you ever thought you would, and studying more material than your brain thought it could ever hold. You may think you've done all that this year, but I'm guessing none of you have studied until you saw the sunrise. And if you have, congratulations. College also takes a great bit of responsibility. It'll be a really laid-back thing if you let it. And as tempting as it may be, don't let it. Hopefully you won't have 8 in the morning classes. So that means having or finding the willpower at midday to get yourself to class. Now, as far as you military-oriented folks go, same goes for you, I'm guessing. If not, find some way to apply it to yourself. So anyway, that was me sending y'all off. So the second goal for me is to inspire y'all to do better after high school. And bear with me when I tell you this because I know I haven't experienced everything there is to know. But here it goes. After high school, opportunities will present themselves to you, some good and some bad. And although you've been through 12 years of people telling you what is right and what is wrong, the decision is now up to you. You are the deciders of your own fates. I'm not going to preach to you and tell you always take the right path in life because I know that can be hard. But what I want to tell you is to take what you've learned in these 12 years, the good things at least, and put them to use. Even though the path may be rocky, I just want you to know you can always pick yourselves back up again. And if you've learned anything from the classes at Lakeview, hopefully it's that if at first you fail, take credit recovery. No, I'm just kidding. If at first you fail, try harder next time. So that was me inspiring y'all. Keep in mind that this is all assuming the world doesn't end in 6.5 months. Okay, anyways, on to the final bonus purpose of my speech. Now, in case you didn't already do the math, we've been in school now for approximately 2,160 days. That is a lot of days. More days than I'd be willing to spend doing anything else, besides college at least. That's 2,160 days of learning. Granted, they're only 8-hour days, but we're going to ignore that. Anyways, some of us have learned some stuff that we didn't think we'd necessarily need for the future. Like, why would someone planning to be a chef have to take pre-cal? Well, I'm not here to answer that question. I'm just here to tell you that you're finished with it and that you've earned your seat that you're in today. Not only have you earned the seat, you've surpassed the seat, metaphorically speaking. You see, to me, these seats represent the 12 years of school that we went through. Some of the seats may be wobbly, and some may have a screw or two loose, but they are seats we can proudly sit on and say, we did it. God has surely shined his light on our seats. These seats are the foundation of our future. And don't take me too literally, but cherish the feelings of being on top, because although that's where you are now, a whole different world is waiting for you out there. Anyway, I covered that in a different paragraph. So thanks for listening to me. And now here's a list of teachers and faculty that have truly made a difference in my life. All of them. I have a bad memory, and I know all of you have made a difference in my life, for sure. And all these wonderful people behind me, my family over there, especially my 2 sisters, I wouldn't be where I am today without them. So, and also Het Knutson. Good night, everyone. God bless.
Thank you, Nick. I want to hand you the Valedictorian Award plaque at this time. Okay, at this time, if you're a senior and you need to join the band, would you please start making your way to the band at this time? Under the direction of Cindy Costello and Bradley Davis, the Chieftain Band will perform their senior dedication entitled Beyond the Summit. Thank you, Chieftain Band. As our seniors make it back to their seats, we're going to go ahead and start our special awards part of our ceremony tonight. At this time, these are scholarships and special achievements are two characteristics commonly associated with a graduation ceremony. I will recognize graduates who exemplify these characteristics. If you are part of the National Honor Society, would you please stand at this time? These students worked approximately 1,604 hours in community service this year. Thank you. You can sit. If you're an up-and-coming scholar, would you please stand at this time? Up-and-coming scholars are students who have been awarded scholarships to Angelo State University. These students have met the expectations and goals that were set forth for them in 9th grade. They are wearing gold and blue honor cords. Up-and-coming scholars, thank you. Distinguished scholars, would you please stand at this time? These students have chosen an even more difficult graduation plan. They have reached the highest levels of high school achievement required by the state of Texas. Thank you, distinguished graduates. Top 10%, would you please stand at this time? These students have excelled in academics, graduating in the top 10% of their class. They are distinguished by the silver honor cord that they are wearing. The students are guaranteed acceptance into any public Texas university to which they apply. Thank you, top 10%. And now we're going to introduce our top 10 graduates. Number 10, Bodie Thompson. Number 9, Matthew Counts. Number 8, Mauricio Valdez. Number 7, Andrea Hernandez. Number 6, Brianna Aranaga. Number 5, Samuel Mata. Number 4, Michael Harding. Number 3, Gavin Scotty. Our salutatorian, Treasure Enzeminger. Our valedictorian, Nick DeHoyas. And our highest ranked and top SAT graduate, Duncan Fisher II. Thank you, y'all may be seated. At this time, we'd like to recognize our class senior sponsors. As I call your name, if you would please stand. Courtney Blisky, Sharon Beam, Sherry Carney, Cindy Costello, Laura Duderstadt, Laura Elms, Clayton Hubbard, Jerry Kading, Heck Knudsen, Doug Kuhlman, Margie Lyons, Bruce McDonald, Julie Moran, Kelly Norman, Sandra Pascal, Angela Scott, Miriam Smith, Scott Stewart, Kay Wagner, and Matt Vaught. Thank you for your time the last few days of getting graduation ready. All right, seniors, are you ready? Will the Lakeview High School senior class of 2012 please stand? Mr. Dindal, can you come forward, please? Mr. Dindal, as a principal of Lakeview High School, it is my pleasure and my privilege and honor to present to you and the Board of Education this class. I do hereby certify that each member of the class of 2012 who will receive a diploma has met all requirements for graduation as prescribed by the San Angelo Independent School District.
I think I'm going to get out this little black box here because with the power of inspiration that Miss Insminger got out of it, I think I might need to get on it too. Maybe not, but on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'd like to welcome parents, grandparents, family, and friends to the ceremony honoring our graduates here in this stage today. I want to take this moment to recognize the administration, the teachers, all the support staff that's had a hand in the educational journey that these guys have been on for the last 12 to 13 years. I especially want to thank the staff at Lakeview High School for their part in this effort. I'd also like to recognize Ms. Free for her dedicated leadership, for her commitment to this great class of 2012. But today is about the class of 2012. It's your time to shine. It's my prayer that each one of you reach their full God-given potential in this world. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the San Angelo Independent School District, it is my distinct honor to accept the graduating class of Lakeview High School of 2012.
Thank you, Mr. Dindal. Class, you may be seated. School board members, if you're ready, we'll take our positions and we'll start awarding our diplomas to our graduates, starting with the first row. Would you please stand? And you may move forward to the ramp.
Roy Nicolás de Hoyos. Treasure Madison Insminger. Duncan Newton Fisher II. Gavin Scotty. Michael Eric Harding. Samuel Andrew Mata. Brianna Nicole Aranaga. Ellie Andrea Hernandez.
Mauricio Pablo Valdés.
Matthew Nicholas Counts. Bodie Lynn Thompson. Casey Renee Agüero. Orlando Octaviano Agüero. David Matthew Aguirre. Bianca Jazmín Alcantar. Yesenia Denis Alfaro. Robin Camille Allen. Sean Leslie Allen. Mary Elizabeth Allison. Ricky Lynn Anderson. Cynthia Araceli Andrade. Marlina Flores Argote. Gilbert Armendares Jr. Damien Maciel Arroyo. Preston Anthony Ortega. Roderica Shanae Arthur. Lauren Victoria Acevedo. Hayden John Bankston. Kelby Ray Bannert. Jeffrey Banuelos Rodarte. Brianna Danielle Bara. Gatlin Eric Bates.
Natalie Marie Bish.
Clarence Ann Bendanillo. Manuel Steve Borrego. José Luis Botello. Robin Ray Boyle. Andrew Stewart Bradley. Colin Taylor Brown. Jessie Leanne Burney. Cesar Ramiro Cadena. Joshua Aaron Cady. Sarah Elizabeth Calderon. Jonathan Lorenzo Candela. Alejandro Ismael Cano. Brandy Danielle Carranza. Devontae Tashawn Carson. Nathaniel Lee Carson. Lindsay Brooke Casas. Andrea Marisa Castillo. Stephen Cavanis. Colton Lee Cheney. Valerie Michelle Chapa. Anthony Ray Chavez. And Edina Marie Coleman. Michael Tyler Cooper. Don Matthew Corona. Caleb Cortijo. Travis Frederick Craver. Amber Lee Deanne Cruz. Anthony J. Doffenbaugh. Treasure Danielle Davidson. Eliza Soleil Davila. Dustin Lee Davis. Isaac Anthony de la Cruz, Jr. Cristina Celeste Díaz. Nicolás J. Díaz. Victoria M. Díaz. Ricardo García Domínguez. Jeremy O'Brien Drumgool. Marina Gabrielle Duffley. Diego Escalante. Araceli Espinola. Joel Edward Espinosa. Alfred Esqueda. Mark Anthony Falcón. Cassandra Felipe. Harley David Ferguson. Cortland Page Field. Desiree Nicole Flores. Natalie Ann Flores. Christopher R. Flory. Michaela Elaine Francis. Allison Page Frost. Carly Danielle Fuentes. Shelby Lynn Gaddis. Ruby Pearl Gaitan. Luis Eugenio Galarza Jr. Brianna M. Galindo. Blanca Flor Gamboa. Héctor González Gámez Jr. Alex Michael Garcia. Bianca Camille Garcia. Christopher Daniel Garcia. Jesse Maldonado Garcia. John Eric Garcia. Karina Ceja Garcia. Thomas Garcia. Xavier Anthony Garcia. Nicholas Gregory Garrido. Alisa Renee Garza. Ariel Desiree Garza. Megan Jeanette Garza. Miranda Renee Garza. Gabriela Hernández Gaspar. Héctor A. Gloria. Stephen Caleb Glover. Brandy Michelle Goebel. Shay Marie Godinez. Samantha Aisha Gonzalez. Salvador Gregory Gonzalez. Ashley Nicole Gray. Rosalie T. Guerra. Priscilla Celeste Guzman. Zane Alexander Habe. Veronica Nicole Hansberger. Adriana Cristina Harding. Tanisha Monique Harris Blue. Leah Ann Hernandez. Lisa Nicole Hernandez. Melinda Ashley Hernandez. Ricky Lynn Hernandez. Valerie Renee Hurst. Monica Ray Holguín. Dominique Chance Howard. Kansas Mercedes Howard. María Huerta.
Joseph Cordell Hull. Brianna Janine Boone Johnson. Stephanie Nicole Huntley. Clarissa Michelle Ibarra. Cheyenne Caitlin Iverson. Zachary Jerome Jackson. Shayla May James. Courtney Reagan Jones. Isabella Brooke Calvoda. Barney Burton Keel II. Tyler Lane Kirk. Dylan Cole Lane. You get a little bit more? Juan Manuel Leal III. Stephen Douglas Ledbetter. Hudson Paul Lee. Michael Edward Lee Jr. Jeremy Joe Lerma. Joshua Allen Locklear. Alexis Michelle Lombraña. Rubén Tomás Lombraña. Vida Marie Lopez. Violet Maria Lopez. Cassandra Dawn Love. Emilio Valentino Loza. Alexander Ramon Lucero.
Don't say it in Spanish. Don't say my first name.
April Marlene Luna. Brianna Nicole Luna. Kimberly Ann Magaña. Raúl David Magaña Jr. Annette Lachey Martinez. Cynthia Giovanni Martinez. Frankie Lee Martinez. Christina Renee Martinez. Mariah Ann Martinez. Sean Patrick Martinez. Vanessa Martinez. Amanda Marie Mateo. David Ray McGarry. Caitlin Hope McGuire. Con Caesar Melendez. Ana Rocha Mesa. Angela Marie Miller. Jennifer Violeta Dawn Miller. Adriana Rodarte Miranda. Chrissy Marie Monsivais. Adrián Morales Jr. Alexandria Elise Morales. Jorge Alberto Morales. Melissa Renee Moreno. Hunter Lee Nelms. Haley Lauren Nichols. Jonathan Aaron Nichols. Sydney Lachey Norris. Jessica Justine Ortiz. Tyler Anthony Pacheco. Javier Perry. James Gabriel Peña. Adelie Alexis Perez. Daniel Garcia Perez. Jessica Renee Perez. Stephanie A. Perez.
You can sit on that. Is it Dominique? Dominique.
Víctor Dominique Pescador. Danny Ricky Pongsavongtong. Mayra Ponce. Dickie Glenn Ponder. Amanisha Deshay Powell. Brandon Ricky Prater. Jasmine Jessica Pooley. Deborah Ann Ramirez. Juan Martinez Ramirez. Marisol Ramirez. Sofía Ramirez. Marca Michelle Ray. Jorge E. Reyes. José Ismael Reyes. America Marie Reina. Anthony Christopher Richards. Juan Gerardo Ríos. María Irene Ríos. Dallas Lino Rivas. Crystal Rebecca Rivera. Gabriel Rivero. Barbara Rodriguez. José Adrián Rodríguez. Simón S. Rodríguez. Liliana Ruiz. Skylar Josefa Salas. Natalie Renee Salazar. Jonathan Guadalupe Salinas. Priscilla Ann San Miguel. Shane Tilo Sanchez. Stephen Ray Sanchez. Iliana Saucedo. Víctor Saucedo Jr. Jordan Elizabeth Sheen. Joshua David Smith. Mark Anthony Solis. Daniel Catarino Sosa. Joe Raymond Sosa. Renata Ashley Leanne Stogner. Christopher Ryan Talamantes. Dalton Keith Teague. Eloisa Telo. Whitney Page Thetford. Jacob Lee Thompson. Derek Torres. Luis Felipe Torres. Mayra Alejandra Torres. Amanda D. Tracy. Mardricus DeAndre Tuckerson. Hunter Landon Turnbow. Miguel Ángel Valdés. Miguel Luis Valencia. Blake Aaron Vargas. Pablo Israel Vázquez. Gabriel J. Velez II. Erica Shante Veliz. Gavin Anthony Zamora Villanueva. Paris Chantel Warwick. Miles Wheeler. Shannon Renee Williams. David Stephen Womack II. Thomas Wade Woods, Jr. Ernest Wartenberg. Eduardo Yanez, Jr. Alexandra Lee York. Jessica Marie Zapata. Samantha Jean Burnett. Samantha Maria Romero.
Will Bodie Thompson and Miss Davila and Mr. Diaz please come to the front? Mr. Thompson's going to lead us in our benediction, and then our school song is going to be led by Miss Davila and Mr. Diaz.
Please bow your heads. Father God, on the behalf of the class of 2012, I would like to thank you for the guidance and the strength you have given us to get this far. I pray that you provide a hedge of protection over each and every one of us as we begin our new journey in our lives. As we look around at each other, we see friends, brothers, and sisters. We have grown to be a family, and I pray that you put people in our paths that will help us and stand by us through thick and thin, just as my fellow classmates have. But above all else, I want to thank you for standing by us in our past, present, and future endeavors. If it wasn't for you, God, we wouldn't be anywhere right now. Now that we are moving into a new chapter in our lives, we won't always have the people to call on, but we will always have you. For that, I thank you, because when we have you, we have all we need. Father God, I want to thank you for everything you're doing in our lives and everything you will continue to do. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
At this time, will you please stand for the school song?
Cheer, cheer for all men.
Please find your way back to your seats, class. You can stay standing. Ushers, are you ready? All right, we're going to start our recessional out. Congratulations, class of 2012. at that time. And you're not allowed to come down on the floor. There's a photo op position right outside, right where you came in. Thank you, parents. Your students will meet you upstairs. You cannot come down on the floor. They will have their diplomas, and then they will come find you. Thank you for a nice evening.